This video will go over the steps on how to construct an angle bisector when you've already been given an angle. The thing to point out is, now I'm going to use the construction to go through an angle that I've already been given, and it's just going to be a standalone angle. But the idea is that, when we start talking about different polygons, polygons will have angles inside of them, and you can also construct angle bisectors even though it's still attached. So that's something to keep in mind as we go through this. But just for now, talking about just an angle that I'm given, and now we want to go through the steps to find, where is a ray going to cut this angle directly or exactly in half. So I'm going to have the same measurement on both sides, defining essentially what bisector is. So now the first step, as I mentioned with most of the angle constructions, is just going to be to open the compass setting to any setting that you would like. And you want to make an arc starting at the vertex that's going to go through both sides of the angle. So here I'm just going to turn until I've crossed through both sides, and that's what I get right there. Now, the next piece is going to be to use these intersection points, these right here, and I'll call them X and Y. Remember to use capital letters for that. Now, I'm going to use X and Y, and what I want to do is I want to create overlapping arcs from these 2 points to come out in here somewhere, to be out in the middle, because if I know they're equidistant, you also have a conjecture that says if they are along the angle bisector, then they are equidistant from the sides of the angle. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm dealing with an obtuse angle here, I'm going to open it a little bit further to get my intersection a little bit further out there. And I'll just draw an arc. You might draw a little bit bigger of an arc because you want to make sure that it will intersect. And you're still learning this, so it might be a little more difficult to sort of estimate where they're going to overlap. So this is the overlap I got. I used the same compass setting from point X and point Y. And I only did one overlap because I know that it has to go through the vertex. So I'm going to go ahead and use the vertex as one of the points to connect. Only do one overlap and just go ahead and connect what I've got. And here's my angle bisector. Now, this construction's a little bit new and a little bit more challenging than some of the earlier ones, so I'm actually going to verify that I did this correctly. Let's take a look with the protractor. So the protractor says the bottom one is almost exactly 55 degrees. So I'm going to write 55 down here. And now let's look at the top angle. Line it up, and if you can see, yeah, it's almost 55 degrees again. So I did a pretty good job with this construction.